They attacked at night. They call themselves Reavers, one of many factions that roam the eastern coastline. A squadron of theirs stumbled upon a tiny fishing village in Green Beach. Those residing in the village at the time awoke to the midst of an onslaught. The only option of survival was to escape by any means necessary, even if it meant abandoning friends and family. Only 5 managed to escape that horrific event. Tired, starving, no direction. These strangers now wander Stobe's garden together under one singular goal: survival. This is not a story about heroes, nor underdogs looking to make a name for themselves. There is no reward for those seeking the thrill of adventure. This godforsaken wasteland of a moon favors no man. These are the world's castaways. The abandoned. The forgotten. They are the Nameless. A Reaver scout has discovered the band of wanderers exiting the canyon. His equipment clearly outscales their ragged clothes and metal pipes. Additionally, his experience fighting rival factions on the battlefield gives him enough edge to hold his own. Even with the advantage in numbers, they will have to end this fight quickly. The longer it persists, the more likely reinforcements will appear. Any number more can easily mean the group's demise. The Scorchlander is felled by sharpened steel. Despite that, the group's diversity continues to act as an obstacle for the Reaver to overcome. The Shek may be small in size, but a Shek nonetheless. The cybernetic strength of a skeleton can be difficult to match. Likewise, this Hiver is built abnormally larger than even his soldier counterparts. The Greenlander manages to land the final blow to the Reaver's back. Victory is now theirs. They pick the body clean of any useful supplies to aid their journey. However, their victory is short-lived. A whole squadron of battle-hardened warriors engage the group with their slaves in tow. The Greenlander is overwhelmed instantly and is the first to fall amongst the remainder of the group. The battle is inescapable. The slaves try to revolt against their Reaver masters, but the chances of victory are still astronomically low. Regardless, they continue to fight. Why they do is uncertain. Perhaps it's to preserve the pride and ideals of oneself and people, or maybe ancient programming from times long gone resurfacing. Or rather, it's to avoid inheriting the predisposition of someone else's will over their life. Such as the revolting slaves, penalized to continue living in servitude to the Reaver cause, to fight their battles, and die their deaths. The sound of a heartbeat. Small, but sound. It echoes quietly from the heart of the tiny Shek. The skeleton reboots itself. With its legs no longer functioning, it desperately crawls about to check for survivors amongst its allies. Unfortunately, the sound of clanking metal only draw the Reavers back to correct their mistake. The Shek lives, but is a life of knee-bending slavery a life worth living? But what even constitutes a worthwhile life in this planet discarded of any value? Would it have been better for her if she were just left for dead? Does she simply live to exist? But for the Nameless, maybe existence is the only necessary reason to continue pushing forward. After all, how else would they find the answers to these questions?